Hello, welcome to Yoga with Rach. And Rach, thank you very much for joining me. We're on week 2 of our Earth Gentle Stability Taurus yoga flow. Taurus rules over the neck, and I thought it would be quite nice to go through some isometric movements for stretching into the neck and the shoulders. So isometric movements are all about that stability where we hold ourselves, and I quite like it. So they break down to meaning equal measuring. So we're kind of trying to go into that equal placement of the body. And it very much looks as though we're not really, if at all, moving the body because of how we're going into these particular stretches with holding the body. So they tend to consist of 3 different types of movement. So pushing, pulling, and then holding. And we're going to go more into a little bit of holding the body in these particular stretches. So if you were to say, find your range of movement when you're lifting the chin, and you might even find that the back of your head finds the shoulders if you're quite flexible in that range of motion, or the same as you're leaning over and nearly your ear touches the shoulder. So we're going to be holding the neck, holding the head, and finding that support. So you may find that your range of movement is a little bit more limited because of how we're holding the body in these stretches. So we're going to start by interlacing the fingers so the thumbs are free, and you're going to take the hands behind your head, so you're cupping your head. Let the arms be relaxed. You can even use the thumbs here on the occipital ridge to give your neck and the base of your head, your skull, a bit of a massage if you wish to. But we're going to start to lift the chin and let your head get heavy. So you're holding yourself here as you drop into this stretch. You can close the eyes and just be aware of, are you going deeper into the stretch than you normally would do? Because sometimes if we don't have a lot of range of movement, we're really aware that we're dropping our head back and we lock ourselves so we don't drop further back than is our natural range. If you're very flexible in the neck, you might find that you have very limited range of movement. But we're finding that holding placement here in this stretch. So this is going into that element of a restorative or yin practice where we hold a pose for longer than we may do if we didn't have that support. So you might focus on holding a pose, say 3 to 5 breaths, but then when we go into a supported pose, you could be here for a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. If you suddenly went, oh my God, I'm not holding this for 5 minutes, don't worry, we're not. So from here, we're just going to support the head as you start to tuck the chin to chest. Stop as you get back to center, so you're not tucking the chin all the way in. You're going to release your left hand. You can place that left hand down on the thigh, the knee. I like to stretch it out to the left side, so the fingertips are on the mat. Sliding the hand around, find your right side of your head, so you're around the ear. And you're just going to go into that ear to shoulder stretch, but you're holding in the hand. You're finding that support in your hands. Focusing on the breath. And slowly lifting your left hand up, place the left hand around the left ear. Use that right hand to hold and push you up. Release the right hand, so you might place the hand onto the thigh, the knee. As I said, I like to stretch the arm out to the side so I get a little bit more of a stretch through the neck. And gently push or press your head into your hand. So you're using that support for your head. So inviting in a very gentle, very subtle stretch for the neck. You might feel this into the shoulders. Focusing on the breath. And very gently lifting your head back up, releasing that left hand, giving the shoulders a little shrug. So very, very simple, very gentle poses, stretches, and you're, like I said, you're going into either pushing or pulling or holding, and these are really focusing on those holding poses in our isometric neck stretches. See how you feel when you get on with these. I'm going to tag in at the end here a couple of other videos that we've done before, about a year or so ago, with really getting into the neck and the shoulders if they feel quite tight. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. This channel is free. It just helps to show your support. It also helps me to unlock a few other features that I then can release to you when I get to a certain stage. If you have got any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and I shall see you next week. Enjoy the full moon this evening. It is Thursday, so we have full moon tonight in Scorpio, and I shall see you next week. Namaste.